Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. I'm really glad that we have today with us Jeff Lobb. He is a world-renowned real estate trainer, and from what I've been told, also a former real estate agent, top producer. Yeah, so without any further ado, I'd love to introduce Jeff. And Jeff, can you please tell us a little bit about your background, what you've done as a professional agent and what you do now, and
Sure.
what your life looks like?
Yeah, I've been licensed a long time, and maybe a few gray hairs will show that, but licensed since 1988.
Wow.
And yeah, this is pre-technology, pre-even the fax machine. So learned how to sell real estate from its raw form. It's always about people. It still is. And although I've been from an agent's perspective, I've run brokerages, I've run teams, and then I also took a corporate role as an executive for a large franchise brand internationally, and we helped them grow the business. 5 years ago, I started my own company, Spark Tank Media. We help teach, train, coach agents, we speak at events, and we help the real estate, mortgage, and title industry grow sales.
Okay.
So a lot of different ways to that, yeah.
Awesome. So from what I remember, I've seen a few of your events. You're very, very, how would I say, like technology oriented. And for an agent that's been doing it since 1988, that's commendable, because most people don't like change. Most people like to do it the way it was done. If it was up to most people, they'd probably still be hand delivering offers and things like that. But you do a lot of stuff that's new. So can you tell me how you got into technology and why that evolved for you?
It's actually, so what happened was, in my career of real estate, although 30 years, there was about a 10-year hiatus. And rather than get into the whole resume part, I got kind of sucked into the .com world for about 10 years.
Okay.
As the .coms, like from the Verizon wireless to when data became born to selling internet bandwidth and services. So I spent 10 years in the .com bubble while I kept my real estate career going at the same time. And then of course the bust happened in 99 or 2000. And I jumped back full time into real estate, which of course, after you take a beating from the tech bubble, making, you had all the money, you lost it all, and what better way to do is jump back into real estate and start from scratch. That ramp up period. So, and you got to hustle, you got to grind. So I did get put into a tech bubble because I had a tech role, it's a tech marketing role. But to me, technology is nothing unless you know how to apply it and use it. So it's like the light switch, you turn it on, you just want it to work.
Of course.
So I try and not put myself in the tech bubble, but I look at it as social media and the platforms that are available today. If they can't convert it into a sale, a transaction, or make my life easier, we don't talk about it.
Of course. Yeah, because like they say, the best CRM or the best anything is the one that people actually use.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and now what did you do before getting into real estate? Was there like a pre-life of Jeff Lobb that made you get into real estate?
I've always had that real estate bug in me, but I was always in sales. My college career, most people don't know this, so it's a good question. I spent my junior and senior year of college, condensed it to a day and a half full schedule, and I had a guy here in New Jersey that had a radio show in St. Martin and Aruba.
Okay, nice.
And I would get my classes done on Tuesday afternoon I'd fly to St. Martin by myself.
Wow.
We'd go down there and sell product, sell radio advertising, I did it 5 days, come back, go back to school, and I did that for about 2.5 years.
That's an awesome life for a college kid.
It sounds glamorous, but the reality was it was a grind. I was wearing a suit and tie in 90-degree weather. I was learning how to sell in a strange foreign country. But what other better way to learn?
Of course.
Than just going to do it, So sales has always been in the blood.
And did somebody put a bug in your ear, the real estate, and then?
Yeah, so his father-in-law was in real estate. So when I kept coming home, he kept teasing me into the real estate world, like, you should get your license, you'd be great at it. And sure enough, back then, I think a lot of the books on investing and flipping properties was getting that popularity. So I did. I went all in. First company was like Century 21, gold jacket, and I knocked on doors every day. That's all I did.
What was your first year like?
Actually, it was a pretty good year. Back then, I think our average sale price was like $70,000. VA loans were very popular. Interest rates were 14-15%. I probably did 16, 18 sides my first year, which was quite a bit, because I became top producer in that office, and I was like that Doogie Howser. But here's what I didn't have. I didn't have bad habits.
Yeah.
No one wanted to prospect, and they were trying to force me and teach me to go sit at the desk and answer a phone for uptime calls.
No way.
But I learned very quickly that the listings I was getting, because I was grinding and knocking on doors, they were sitting taking the calls for the inbound leads, and I wasn't getting them either. I'm like, why are you going to show my home? When I got that listing, you don't even know about the property, but they would just sit and wait for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
So I said, that has a lifetime balance there of not being able to stay alive in the business by doing that.
Correct. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I farmed, man. I farmed like a machine.
Yeah. That's exactly what we train our agents here.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why we named it culture was because it was always been ingrained to me that you should always go out and get the business, not wait for it to be referred to you.
That's right.
Not wait till it be handed to you by your broker, because that's a domesticated agent, in my opinion. You want to go out there and hunt and get your own stuff. So here the environment is like, it feels like almost like a sales pen, like people are in here just grinding like Boiler Room. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie.
I have, yeah.
In the mornings, I'm like, get on those phones, go door knock. If it's a beautiful day, go out there and hit some doors. Do the farming mentality. That is important, because that is really what it constitutes being a real estate agent, is that you're able to go out there and generate the business.
Right.
Anyone can handle business if it's given to you, obviously. That's just a procedural thing.
That's right.
But getting it is the trick.
Yeah.
That's what will make an agent.
I have a theory, and I know we're going to be doing some presentations today. Maybe we do this one another time.
Sure.
Probably, as you're talking, I'm thinking about what I might. I have this one presentation called 7 Streams of People.
Yeah.
And what I learned is, in real estate, watching, people that make a living at it, and watching people that kind of made it very hobby-like. I sell a house here or two. I made a living at it. Today I have 6 children. So as we grow a family, you got to, I know what it's like to have 2 deals closed and then you got nothing for 3 months.
Of course.
And that cash flow burn is really tough when you're running a family.
It really is.
So what we simply learned, and this was my observation, was we just didn't have enough streams of people. People talk about streams of leads, like, I need leads from Zillow, or I'll need leads from my own prospecting. Or the reason you have those gaps and those deep valleys of nothing is you didn't have enough people in your pipeline.
Sure, you didn't feed it enough.
Right, and people go, well, I got a big sphere, I got this. That's not enough. You need to have 7 different, this is my theory, is 7 different streams of people from different places in that community you serve.
Absolutely.
And the goal is getting more people. 99% of them live in, own, and rent a home, and know 200 or 300 others. So they just got to get in front of more.
Exactly, and always stay in front of them.
Always.
Absolutely. Yeah. So tell us about your life now. Like, you travel the United States or maybe different parts of the world, and you teach, you educate.
We teach, train, and my coaching is expanding a lot by default. People are asking me to really just more. Not just teaching, it's the strategy. It's like, help me put the systems in place. Help me be accountable. Help me drive sales. Tell me what I got to do to get to X. I know that top producer mentality is we get so scattered. You're doing 100 things, but they're not the most productive things. So I do speak around, actually now worldwide. Last year I was in, I speak a bunch in Canada. I speak last year in Vietnam for the National Association of Realtors. I got an agreement in Poland this year.
Wow.
So there's some interesting, but most of the core is here in the States.
That's exciting.
Thrilled to speak with Inman a lot. I speak with him in news. Brad Inman's been fantastic with our company working together.
Absolutely.
But the goal is make some stuff, give people stuff they can go use. No fluff, no theory. Like, here's what you could go do right now.
Practical.
It has to be practical.
I find that the best agents are the ones that learn how to take orders and don't question what really works.
Right.
Because sometimes people talk themselves out of it. Like, oh yeah, I know a top producer told me to do this, but it's tough and it doesn't work for me. Maybe I'm better at doing that.
Right.
There is no way of reinventing the wheel.
No.
The wheel is there for a reason.
That's right. And things take work. And, there is no magic pill. Nope. Stop trying to find the online thing you're going to buy that's going to. There are really some great systems you even can purchase, but they too need work, discipline, execution. And yes, it'll make your life better, but it's doing the work. Right. You gotta go do the work.
Absolutely. Then it simplifies things afterwards.
It does, and then of course there's a lot of things that, once you start to get to a certain level, and this is what I find a lot as we're coaching people, is people get to a level, they're super successful, but now how do they level up from that? That's a whole different strategy at that point. Like, I need more systems, I need more people at that point. So the needs change a lot. Yeah. The goal is to get you from where you want to be to what you, and then from there we figure out what's next.
Correct.
Right?
Now, if somebody wanted to know more about you and your, your company, how would they be able to get in touch with you?
Simple, sparktankmedia.com. You just Google Jeff Lobb, but Jeff at sparktankmedia.com is the easiest way to email me. Facebook Messenger or text.
Yeah, and you're very popular on social media, so what do you go by on social media, your handles?
So Facebook is Spark Tank Media, my personal Jeff Lobb, Instagram is Spark Tank Media or Jeff Lobb. I run one of each.
Yeah.
Only because I had a personal start at most of it and then turned business accounts.
Yeah.
So I always keep both running, but Facebook Messenger seems to be the platform of choice nowadays, so it's easy enough to hit me up without knowing too much.
Well, we're very excited to have you here today, and I can't wait till you do the training. I know the agents are all clamoring to get downstairs. So thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
Thank
you so much.
Awesome interview. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.